Hello, YouTube. It's that time of the week where we talk about my favorite YouTube comments. If you guys, want to be in these videos, leave a comment. It might get in. It might get in. Without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, and we're starting right off with Jury YT or Jert YT. Beelstarmon is so fun. Been playing it since release. Beelstar is a fun deck. Beelmami is pretty cool, which is why I made the deck. It's a good deck. And Masterlink TM says, no Trump sword? Question mark. And to that I will say, that is correct. There is no Trump sword. Between all the protections going on with, like, the Greymon cards and the evade with the machine Dramons and, Grand... Grand has other protection, doesn't really care, though. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff that makes Trump sword kind of irrelevant. It has had odd little niches here and there where I can say, yeah, okay, like against Melga, Trump Sword can be pretty good, but besides that, it doesn't hit as many matchups as some of the other cards do, which is why, no Trump Sword. Though I was testing it for a little bit, I just had to drop it eventually. Alright, Azork, Mario and Digimon feels like an abusive relationship. He hates it, but he can't leave it. And then some other guys seems pretty enthusiastic deck profiles. Okay, I don't hate Digimon. I really don't. I don't think Digimon's dying. I don't think the game is necessarily, awful. If I didn't like the game, I wouldn't be making the content for it, straight up. Like, some people think I'm in it for the money, and that is currently not true. I just make the content because it's cool. And if anything happens down the road, then okay, things change. But, for now, it's fun. It's cool, and we keep doing what we're doing because I enjoy it. Darth Blaze. I'm kind of baffled by the fact that Bandai would rather list all these goofy ideas, like literally turning options into trap cards, which considerably alters the fundamental game mechanics instead of addressing some reasonable and more intuitive ideas like using the card sets, the small 1 and 2 number on the few cards, or Highlander format, just to name a few examples. So, when Bandai did the thing and they said, you know what, you guys vote for the Ultimate Cup rules, it was met with a lot of backlash that I think is honestly unjustified. Because if you guys don't want to play alternate formats in your Ultimate Cup, there was an option there that just said none, right? So, this is Bandai's way of trying to fix the game. You can't fix the mechanics of the game per se, they already exist, unless Bandai decides to, like, change the rule set in such a significant way, which I really can't see them doing. What they could do in the future is to release new mechanics that kind of unbreak other mechanics. I don't think there's any broken mechanics, though, with maybe the exception of DNA Digivolution. That just seems wild. But besides that, Digimon's fine. Bandai is just giving people a way to try new things at the end of the day. And if the community speaks out and says, you know what, no thanks, just regular rules are fine, then Bandai will just do regular rules and leave these for side events, which has been a very big thing. A lot of people say, side events, yeah, great, do it. Real events, no. So, whatever. Aiden Judd, super shocked by how each video you think Ulforce is HOPIUM. My locals has been playtesting with proxies for about 3 weeks now, and every single time I go up against Ulforce playing Grandis, it goes off and I can't stop it. It's as much of a threat at my locals as Black Warrior X. That's insane. And you should probably try playing Grandis better, in my opinion, if that is your issue. Because my Grandis, that we built Ulforce, okay, in our testing circle, just to give it a shot. It dies to everything. And Grandis, the funny thing about Grandis, and why I think this comment is crazy to me, is like you have nothing in your security that actually stops Grandis from taking 5 checks. And then if you have like a hybrid for game or double Mimi or some shit, or like next turn you win, like you can't do anything against it. You know what I mean? And your deck takes significantly longer to set up than Grandis does. This comment makes no sense to me. I think it's just skill gap, in my opinion. I think that's what caused this. My recommendation would be to figure out how to play Grandis and then come back to Ulforce, and you shouldn't have any issues. You shouldn't. I will say that Ulforce can sack people, absolutely. Ulforce can just open the nuts. It's been known to happen. We said it on stream, and that's okay. But like as an overgeneralization, no, I don't think so. King Nerdlord, I love how every pre-release video is titled "Do not buy the pre-sales," and yet here we are. Yeah. This Dio Brando guy comments and said he's new. I must say, it sounds funny from my point of view, which is super weird. So here's the thing with pre-sales, right? Unless it's some lottery card or like a alt-art secret or a secret rare or whatever, it usually 99% of the time is cheaper to wait and buy the pre-sales. Don't forget, pre-sales only exist for stores to have an excuse to make more money off their cards. That's the sole reason. These stores prey on people's impatience, and they do that by increasing the price, and you get punished for it. That's how it is. And they use this to pad their income a little bit, so they can buy a few extra things. Maybe go buy a boat. Maybe give themselves a nice Christmas bonus. You know what I mean? Or just take that money and grow the empire, which is what I probably had to do if I did the pre-sales. But nah, they're scummy. They're terrible. Don't. I think the harder we hit this, eventually people will slow down and stop. But like as we've seen with the 11, people are fucking insane, and there's really nothing we can do about it right now. I'll probably go if there are One Piece events. Okay, Gen Con. Gen Con. Here's the thing with Gen Con, right? Last year's Gen Con, Digimon was there as well as DBS. Those were Bandai's two main card games in English as of that point in time. I would be super surprised if Bandai did not have Digimon and DBS and One Piece and even Battle Spirits. I would put money on it that all four games have tournaments during Gen Con. Maybe every day each. Maybe we'll be spoiled for choice. If you're one of those people that likes Battle Spirits and One Piece and Digimon, you might do one event of each or whatever. You know what I mean? So who knows? Who knows? Ramon Lopez, literally no evidence of Lorcana being there. This guy is just uninformed because the Lorcana people did say there will be at Gen Con. This guy just needs to do more research before commenting. John Rose, as a level 1 seller, I sold my first card like a week ago and I was so freaking elated. It meant so much to me to get that sale, and I tried my best to over-communicate and get a good rating. Just got my 19th sale, and it feels like this. Yeah, to all the cancer trolls that love to ramp and just ride these new sellers TCG player, I don't. Give them a chance. They could be the next big thing, but you won't know until you give them a chance. You know what I mean? Stop being so immature, guys. Stanley the Gamer. Congrats on the little one. Unless you didn't have a kid, which would make this comment really awkward. I did not have a kid. No, little Mario had a kid. Little Mario had a baby Mario. I did not have a kid. God, are you kidding? I can't even hold a relationship. You think I'm going to have a kid? No, we're good. Make $7.50 per day. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. I love these bot quotes, man. They just bring a smile to my face every single time I read them. Speedwagon. Great market watch today. I bought 2 on-1 X antibody alt-arts months ago when they were normal price. Interesting to see them exploding in price. We called it. The card's really good in Black War Gray against Grandis, one of your worst matchups. It makes perfect sense that it's basically doubled in price. Most people figured it out. To be fair, though, I think part of the reason is because we've been pushing the BT11 tournaments. Myself, GFG, True Champs, almost everyone and their mother, if they're holding tournaments right now, it's BT11 proxy. It's not EX3. So we've had a month or so of tournaments as data points to show that on the X antibody BT5 is actually working marvels in Black War Gray. So, that's cool. Mark Berger, hope I said that right. As someone who's gone to Digimon set 1.5, I'm actually fine with this. Sure, I have all the reprints, but it helps newer players in the community and helps bring in new players who didn't want to pay a lot for key cards. This helps the Digimon community as a whole and is great. Yeah, as soon as Bandai announced the reprints again, they generally made the community happy with that. However, we do have our friend here, True King Melodious, commenting, guess you don't like your cards being worth anything and are going to down with them like a captain of a... Guess you don't like your cards being worth anything and are going to down with them like a captain of his ship. That sentence kills me. Anyway, it looks like True King Melodious is getting railed by the commenters, which should make sense because he's one of the guys that that usually, if he comments on a video of mine, it's negative for no reason. It's nice to say people here just go for it. Now, to be fair, what the argument this guy is making is a very niche argument. Some people feel. Some people don't like to spend, $40 on the card just to have it be like $10 down the road. But like, I believe with a lot of cards and a lot of card games, that is inevitable, and you gotta deal with it. If you don't like it, then don't deal with it. Like, don't play. I don't know what you want from me. The last comment today goes to G Lamb. It is a reprint set. We need reprints. Other games have done this with 90% reprints, 10% new cards type of set before. It's true. The singles you want will be cheap if all you want is the new stuff. Bandai pleasing the largest amount of players makes the most sense, and I love the way they responded to the community. And that takes the words right out of my mouth. What do you guys think about this week's comments? You let me know in the comments, of course, and we'll see you later. Bye.